Welcome back to another vlog from behind the label. We are currently in the roastery, as you can see behind me. Apologies if the kettle is a bit loud boiling away there, but I just wanted to jump on because we're about to do some quality control. And I just wanted to show you what that looks like. So we did a good bit of roasting this week, which is absolutely class. And I am trying to refine my palate again to be able to identify different flavors in coffee and identify what's wrong and what's right. So I'm doing a bit of a practice triangulation cupping behind me, as I said, just to practice to refine the palate, because that doesn't come without practice, just like anything. And if you ever see people who can identify flavors in coffee quite well, it's because they practiced. When they're tasting things, they try and remember what it tastes like. But today I have a triangulation cupping. So what that looks like is I have my cupping set up here. So I actually have you can see two of these coffees are the same and one is the odd one out. They're both Brazil, so it's gonna be difficult, but as well as that, I also wanted to test my roast profiles just to assess how they are tasting. So triangulation cupping just to practice, and I also had my color reader here so you can see, sorry, so I'll make sure I'm recording this right. You can see if I press the button here, it reads the color of the coffee, and that is a good indication of whether I am roasting consistently or not. Different coffees vary, so they are gonna have, different roast levels that will suit particular coffees. Like that one there, it actually says medium roast, but that is too light for, when I grind that, I have to grind really fine to get a decent shot out. And what that means, it can be underdeveloped. So if you have to grind, let's say at the finest grind setting on your espresso machine at home, that generally means that the coffee wasn't developed enough in the roaster. So while the color looks good in terms of development, it's actually not developed. That's the first roast I did of that coffee. That's our new coffee, brand new Colombian. Here is the new label here. Look at that. What a time to be alive. So new Colombian. But yeah, I'm gonna crack on with this cupping. Should be an interesting one. As I said, practicing my cupping skills, and yeah, I'll let you know how I get on. So we are all set up for our cupping. So for anyone who doesn't know what a cupping is, it's 10 grams of coffee is put into a cup and then it's filled with boiling water. So I use 10 grams of coffee, 180 mils of boiling water. You let that brew for 4 minutes, and then after 4 minutes, you push it back with a spoon to stop the brewing, and just use 2 spoons to scoop the coffee out. Right, so how the cupping works is, oh shit, I just realised I forgot to take this one out, even though I had selected, so this is good live. So you take a little bit, and then slurp, and try and identify different flavours. So to leave these two are a bit more, kind of deeper in sweetness and body. This was a bit brighter, and it was similar with these because, as I said, there's one odd one out, which is Santo Antonio, and the other coffees are Santa Ynez. So what I would hope to find under all these cups is, sorry, I keep looking that way because that's where the screen is. What I hope to find in under these cups is a white dot, because that signifies the odd coffee out. And I'm doing this live because I want you to come on the journey with me. As I said, I used to cup way more than I do now. Well, did for the last few years. Obviously, now with the roastery, I am cupping a lot more. So let's see how I do. But all in all, actually, the roasts are tasting great. So that's a plus. Right, let's see. Do we have a white dot? We do. See the white? I'm absolutely chuffed, I won't lie to you. Hold on. So it's just under, sorry, I'm gonna fix this camera around so I can actually see what user's seeing. User. So under there, so the white dot. I'm gonna hope now that the other two are the same. Absolutely over the moon, I won't lie to you. All right, this is the one I forgot and ended on the camera. Yes, I won't lie to you, I'm chuffed. I'm absolutely chuffed. Now, I should be able to identify the different coffees. Obviously, it's two Brazil, the Santa Ynez and Santo Antonio that we have in stock. So if you are thinking there's not much difference between the Brazil, there is a bit of a difference. The Santo Antonio was definitely a little more bright and yeah, was tasting a bit better than the Santa Ynez in my opinion, but the Santo Antonio is higher quality coffee. But as I said, absolutely chuffed with that. So that's what the cupping looks like. That's what triangulation cupping looks like. And there is competitions, national competitions, and yeah, national competitions, which then you go on to the world for a cupping. So now to finish off the juice. Look at that roaster, it's looking beautiful. I'm looking so white there though. The white balance was not good. Still getting used to this camera. But yeah, we shall see. Delighted with that. That's what cupping looks like. That's how I practice here in the roastery, and that's how I assess different flavor profiles. So when I was cupping there, I was seeing what was sweet, what was acidic, the bigger kind of categories, and then move into the smaller ones. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you on the next one.